Amen. And you see, doubt, now watch this. Doubt is an obstacle to that vision coming to pass. When we're operating in doubt and not faith, we doubt in ourselves. I was sharing with the church on Thursday night how that God has more faith in us than we have in ourselves. And I'll use this illustration out there. For years, God told me to pastor a church, and I didn't think I could pastor a church. I ran from the calling. I ran from it because I didn't think I was able to do that. But God had more faith in me than I had in myself. I didn't think I could do it. A prophecy was given to me back in the 90s that I would be president of one of the local colleges in the city. Amen. And I told God at the time, I didn't want it. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I told God I didn't want it was because I didn't think I could do it. Mm-hmm. But what if that man who gave that prophecy really was speaking from God? And because of my disbelief in my own ability to be president of a college, amen, I blocked that from happening. Because I know, just looking back over my career, amen, at that particular college, I realized I did nothing, absolutely nothing to put myself in a path to make that vision come to pass. So right. I kept myself out of it because I was thinking, I can't do it. It's impossible for me to do that. I can't think along those levels of those big people up in that part of those positions. I can't think like they can think. And because I was thinking that way, I never ever tried to become. I never ever tried to fulfill that prophecy. And then, see, you can reverse a prophecy. A lot of times people think because a prophecy comes forth and it doesn't come to pass, they say, oh, you're not a man of God because you lied. No, it may not be the man who lied. It may have been your action that prevented that from happening to you. Because you in your heart thinking, it can't be me. Like I was saying earlier about being the president of the college. If I'm thinking of mine, I can't do that.
All right.
I never tried.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I never tried.
Yes, sir.
Now, like I said, some folks say that man who told me that was a false prophet. No, I ain't gonna say it like him. I ain't gonna say it like him. Because I knew. I hindered myself. I knew I blocked my own self from being there. Because if I had to, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna be bragging when I say this. I don't brag. I brag to God, but not myself. I ain't no dummy.
No.
I mean, I have 3 technical colleges diplomas. I have 2 bachelor's degrees. I have a master's degree. And if I had not burned out before I wrote my dissertation, I would have a doctorate degree. I have an honorary doctorate degree, but I'm not a dumb man. Mm-hmm. I could be president of a college. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I'm not president of the college is because I told myself I couldn't. Mm-hmm. And I remember one day, prophet, I worked on this campus for almost 20 years. They let me go I've been there for 19 years. One day, I'm pulling a cart of computers. I worked with computers. I'm pulling a cart. Oh, and it was loaded. I put it. It's hard pulling. It was loaded down with computers. And I galloped in front of one of the buildings, and I stopped. And I looked at it and I said, what am I doing pulling this cart? And I was thinking about this. One of the vice presidents saw me, he ran out there, thought something wrong with me. He thought, having a heart attack or something. He ran out and said, Junior, what's wrong? I said, I'm okay, I'm just thinking. And I realized, I got thinking, what am I pulling this cart? Here I'm an educated person. Why am I pulling this cart? Then another day, so I was crawling on the floors, hooking up computers under the floors. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, why am I down here on this floor with all this education? Mm. And the reason why I was down there because I had no faith in my own abilities. Mm. I had no faith in my own capabilities.
My.
Because I didn't think I could do more.
Yes.
And a lot of times the reason why God has vision in us and it never comes to pass because we don't think we can walk in that vision. Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, God has more confidence and no faith in us than we have in ourselves.
Exactly.
Because we say that we hinder why God does, we hinder God from doing things in our life. Mm-hmm. But we got to have faith to believe God that the vision that God has in us will take us to the next level and move us into that area of impossibility. But if we're always thinking about, well, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. Amen.